most, I think, in the legislature that I've talked to, and just in passing, know what a massive online course is now. Last year, they would have said, what is that? What are you talking about? They're reading New York Times, they're reading every front page that is talking about how to lower these costs. And I would say that there always seems to be this straw person that is going to hold it up, which is, for some reason, it's always pointed at the faculty. The faculty are going to hold this up. The faculty members don't like this. I think what the faculty members don't like are the budget cuts. And they don't like the fact that they're not able to do as much as they used to do due to budget cuts. I think Bob Samuels is going to talk about this in a little bit, and whether or not we're focusing too much on online and maybe not enough on the real needs of the faculty member teaching students in class. I think there can be a balance there, but I do think the faculty members need to be part of the discussion, and the way they're part of the discussion is they have to be able to teach on the online platforms themselves, whether it be in-house, outside. There has to be a way to participate and for them to do what they do, impart knowledge. And I think the frustration comes, I think Commissioner Shapiro is the same frustration that our chair, Ms. Lansing, had. And I remember her looking across to both of them and saying, we own the intellectual property. You should be paying us. And I think maybe as I watch this, I think the issue is the capacity of the universities to have a platform that is actually scalable, workable, and to the scale that's been brought up is not there. It's my viewpoint only. And I think those two either have to come together or have to figure out how to way that they work in coexistence.
David Schwartz.
So I found this discussion really fascinating, and I thank both of you folks, all of you, for coming down to share with us what you've done. I think it's scary, frankly, because it's not disruptive. It's destructive of the basic notion of what higher education is supposed to be about. And I think that's probably not a bad thing, because it forces us to rethink what is the point of an education. And we're dancing around all these discussions about, fungibility of content, of accreditation, the modalities for producing the most robust, scalable system. But at the end of the day, we're really asking the big question, which is, what is the point of this education that we're trying to get? And it strikes me that if I can take a class with Professor Kohler, even though I'm sitting in Arroyo Grande, I'm going to do that. And the only thing that's keeping me from learning from her is that an ossified accreditation process refuses to recognize that maybe the quality of what is being taught here is up to scale to whatever institution I am, at least in a titular way, affiliated with, i.e. my community college. So it strikes me that the way to go here is to completely rethink the concept of accreditation, to really be focusing on the content of the class, the quality of the professor. That's the first thing. Second thing, modalities of how you deliver this. I think, to the extent I understand what Jonathan's saying, I think I take exception to him, which is rare. But that is certain private actors or certain public actors, I don't care whether you're building an atomic bomb or designing a driverless car. Sometimes the private sector is better at doing certain things. Sometimes the public sector is better at doing things. But I don't see it as a gatekeeper or problem.